What is up, guys? It's your boy, Evan Hill Trains. I feel like vlogging today. It is my day off, my Evan Hill Trains day. So I figure I'm going to do a little mini vlog for everyone. Definitely need to get in the habit of just doing more lifestyle stuff, so that, you know, people don't think I'm a dickhead. Alright, that's slightly better lighting. So I'm in the baggy fit today because I feel like taking the piss a little bit in the baggy shorts. And I've got the Metcons for gym today. Normally, if I was going to sprint beforehand, I would wear some, my sneakers. But we're only doing jumping and lifting today because Hammy has been a little bit funny. So we're taking it a bit easy on it. I'm going to put some deodorant on and some fragrance. So I'll show what the current fragrance collection is. I don't really wear them very often because I think they flare up my asthma a little bit. So it's sort of like a trade-off, but you know, footy training doesn't matter. So, but yes, today I've got, we're gymming, and then I'll come back, try and lock in for a bit, and then footy training tonight, which I'll probably try and vlog for a little bit as well. But let's show you the current fragrance collection. So we've got, quickly I'll just show you, we have K by Dolce & Gabbana, that's sort of my daily. Stronger With You, that's the EDT. Azzaro, The Most Wanted, this is my favorite. Dior Sauvage, classic. YSL, I have no clue what exactly this fragrance is, but this is another really nice one. I'm probably not pointing it very well, but yeah, YSL, that's an EDP, Versace Eros Parfum, and then these are, dude, Palermo is goated. The only one I actually know what it's called is this is Zerhoff. That's a Zerhoff fragrance, but I don't know exactly which one. So yeah, I think today we're probably going to go with what I feel like. It'll probably be, we should do, I said it's my favorite, so we're going to go with Azzaro, The Most Wanted. So the way you apply, like a baller, I would normally take my shit. Yeah, there is a pump cover under this. I'm not going to flash you, but sorry, the pump cover was on top. This to stay on. There we go. So put a little bit, few squirts on the front, one on the back. There we go. Ooh, smells good. So, I will meet you in the car. Oh shit. The one thing that's bad about the baggy fit is that these pants do not have pockets. So just means the hands are full for most of the day, but it's calm. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. The Chariot. There we go. Alrighty, we are in the car now. And like I said, I'm not sure if I actually said this, but I want to have a good sesh. So we have Ghost. I'm going to do a quick dry scoop and hopefully not make too much of a mess. And then we'll get on the road. This has been sitting in my boot for a very long time. So I'm not sure if we're actually going to be able... Oh yeah, we're still powder. Huge win. So let's do a dry scoop, shall we? Try not to choke or die. Yeah, totally not nervous or anything like that. That'd be super soft. Always just gets me a little bit tingly, you know. You get the heart rate gets up, and this is good. I want energy for the gym. So I was already feeling fine this morning. Like had a solid sleep, but I don't know.
I think I'm playing on Sunday, and if I'm wrong, this is all just gonna work out horribly. Oh fuck, these are a big scoop. Worth noting as well, I have had a coffee this morning, and I intend on having a Zinachino's once I'm back home, so I can actually get you done. So this will be a bit of progressive overload for the heart today. I think it's important that you have a multi-faceted conditioning plan, and so I like to use pharmacological interventions and exercise interventions so that I can really get the most out of my cardio and my cardiovascular training. All right, I'm stalling. Fuck. Do I have? Oh, the shakers in here would kill me. Okay, that wasn't bad. Am I wearing it? Oh, good. Also, this is the magnetic thing. So it's looking like this isn't going to be a mini vlog. This will be an actual vlog for our YouTube. Because I've already got roughly 5 minutes of footage and I'm not even at the gym. Okay, I got a little bit on me, but that's not too bad. Alrighty. Driving montage.
It didn't occur to me. So here we are, $1 Million Voice. Don't miss.
Alrighty, got to get there before we start getting the beta alanine itches. We got to get there before my freaking whole face starts itching. Breeze hitting, my ears are itchy. Oh, yeah, probably would have been a good day to bring the OVR stuff and do a little jump vlog, but you can do that next time. I think this is a good way to keep me like locked in on my off days, because I often just, yesterday was bad. I think I had like 7 hours of screen time and I was at work, and I just, like, I had gaps and I only had 1 or 2 new clients, so I just didn't have that much client work to do. It was sort of, I always feel shit when I'm on my phone that much, so it's sort of frustrating. I just don't want it to be like that today. So we're vlogging for that reason, and because I think, I want to do it. I felt like vlogging. And I suppose like Emily's away in Sydney, so I don't have anyone to talk to. So I need someone to talk to, right? Okay, we'll get some music going in a second. Or maybe I'll just talk all the way there. That'd be interesting. World Gym opens next week, and I think I'm gonna have to do some sort of content to do with World Gym opening, but I just don't know what I want to do yet. And I think, like, dude, that gym could cost like $2,000 a year or whatever it is, like $50 a week, something ridiculous, and I would still go, because I just think like, and I hope it doesn't disappoint me, but it's just going to be so good that it'll be worth it. So for someone who's like a gym appreciator, who likes good equipment, good environment, and all of that sort of thing, like culture as well, because that's going to be like a bit more of a high achieving culture there, I reckon, then it's worth it. But for someone who just goes to exercise and, train, and it's not like their whole life, where I think for me, I'm at a point where like gymming and training and all that stuff is literally my life. It's so worth it, because I'll get so much pleasure out of it, and I'll appreciate it. So yeah, if not, then if you're not one of those people who really likes gyms, then like Planet Fitness is going to be, I reckon it's going to be interesting to see and like hear about what people think of it, because it's sort of like towing the line. I don't know, I just don't know, because it's cheap. That's probably the short of it. It's cheap. It's a gym for people, not for like gym bros, if you're asking me. So yeah, and World Gym will just be the opposite. Hopefully it will just be this super like overkill, every detail considered, and like just worth every penny. And I hope I don't get disappointed. because I think I'm contracted on the yearly membership. So, sorry, Mum. I got a big week next week. That'll be interesting. Doing my first GP lunch. So basically where you just go and sort of wine and dine the doctors so that they refer more people to you. You've got to play the game. And last game of footy this weekend. Well, sorry. First round of finals this weekend. I got to cut that out. But yeah, new job's been going great for anyone who cares. I think it's such like a good advantage being in a job like this where you have way more people who are like rehab clients who have had injuries opposed to like more chronic disease management. Because I think like for me, trying to transition into like a sporting environment, you have to have that skill set to be like really valuable. But if you're like a one-dimensional person where you're just an S&C or you're just a rehab person, then that sort of caps your value. But if you're both, then, you know, obviously it's sort of multiplicative. Alrighty. We have some wild traffic. That's great. We've got lights and sirens up on Kings Avenue and what road am I on right now? Parksway. On both. Alrighty, I think it's music time. Favorite song at the moment? The other thing, I might hit up someone for a haircut today. Will be interesting to see if I choose to do so. I really hope I don't get in like a road rage or something on the way here since there's so much traffic, but I'm sure we'll be right. But yeah, haircut might be on the cards today as well. Obviously I need it. I got way too much hair on my head at the moment. Purple Rain. The vibes on this song are fucking amazing. I was listening to this on my run the other day while the sun was setting. Sky was on fire. Oh, I got goosebumps. That's one of the times where, like Angus Bradley said it recently. He said, like, if you need to romanticize your life so other people will romanticize it too. And that was one of the moments where I was like, this shit is straight out of a movie, like picturesque, like peak life or whatever you want to say. Like going out for a run on sunset. You've got like fucking background music playing. And you experience that grandeur, I'm not sure what the word is, but like you get that sense of just like how big the world is. Because I was running around the lake, I was on the far end because I decided not to do the loop, the bridge to bridge for once. I know, crazy. And so I just got to look out on like the whole city area, and it was pretty crazy. I just like I said, I got goosebumps. It was an insane feeling. Oh, what's the other one? I think it's Don't Dream It's Over or whatever it is. I'll play it next. But also, Pre's hitting. My ears are itchy. Oh! You know what I hate? I hate it when trucks drive recklessly. Even more so than just cars and whatnot. But when huge like work construction trucks are going over the speed limit, changing lanes, weaving through traffic, that is like literally you're asking to kill someone because they cannot fucking stop. They can't stop. They have fuck all braking ability because they weigh like 5 tons and they're weaving in and out of traffic like there's some little agile Ford Focus who can stop on a dime. I hate seeing it because I think it's so dangerous. Because there's one in front of me who's in a bit of a rush and it just makes me anxious. I hate it. Especially since they have like so many blind spots as well. So even if they're the best driver in the world, they think they're hot shit. There's sometimes where they can't do anything about it and someone else has put themselves in harm's way, and because they're driving too fast, they can't avoid it. The point at which it's too late is so much earlier for them. So it's just a shame. I think a lot of truck drivers don't understand the gravity and the significance of like driving a truck. And a lot of them do, but some of them don't. And that's a shame because I think, like I said, they're so dangerous. Like, for the same reason it's so hard for them to stop is the same reason why it's so dangerous if a truck like that gets in an accident, because that is 5 tons of momentum and inertia that is going to absolutely crumple someone's little city car, fucking Hyundai Getz little pod. Probably has a grandma in it, because she doesn't know how to drive either. And for once, she pulls out in front of someone who can't stop on a dime and gets atomized. This song, because that combined with like the speed of it, it's a bit slower. There's that reverberation to it, and it just, you know, like I said, a lot of the time it gives me goosebumps. One thing that I have actually really appreciated, I've been doing Transcend coaching. Chris Beardsley and Jake Dolashal run it. They're great. So when I saw them do it, I was like, well, I'm getting that. They have me as like a lifetime customer. Point is, one of the best things I've gotten from them is internal versus external focus. And I think it's so valuable for, understanding the difference is valuable for rehab. Understanding external focus is valuable for strength training. So a lot of the time when we want to get stronger, we should only be worried about external focus and getting from point A to point B as easy as possible, or like as powerfully as possible. As soon as you start focusing on technique, joint positions, doing it a certain way, that takes away from your output so much and will lessen the strength value. But in a rehab perspective, what I've been telling the ACLs I've worked with so far is that you should have one focus and one focus only, especially early stage. End stage, it can be a bit more balanced, but early stage, you have one focus and one focus only, and that's activating your quad and your glute when you're doing the exercises. And because you're focusing on that, the movement as a whole will be less efficient and your outputs will be less powerful or just decreased. But the muscles you're focusing on will have much better activation and you get a much better hypertrophy stimulus because they can't hide. Because you're not focusing about getting from point A to point B anymore. You're now focusing on using the muscles and re-establishing that really good neuromuscular connection. So anyone who's either in that sort of situation or working with people in that situation, strongly recommend looking into the difference between the two, because I think it's very valuable. Alrighty, we're pulling into the gym now. Alrighty, I'll see what I can vlog. Oh my god. Morning. Yeah. Yeah.
Your camera on your
Yeah, I'm vlogging
your
today.
Your cancellation note was so funny.
Why was it funny? Oh.
Dogs. Thanks, big dogs. I got off.
Jed's training.
What is up, bars? So, just turn that down a little bit. Gym's done. Went pretty good. I don't know if that pre-workout was necessary. It's always sort of hit or miss whether or not I just feel like the same after I have it, or if I like actually get some level of like juice. Sort of so-so today, but we went up on squats, hip thrusts were meh, hip flexors good, setup for that's way better than it has been, so I started using a bench instead of, basically I was using the lying hammy curl for a bit, because I didn't think I had anything to hold on to if I did cables at Alive, but realized I could just use a bench, switch to that, so now weights are going up on there, which is much better. Uppers, I don't care about, and core going okay. My freaking ab is pretty much fucked at the moment, so that's great, but I'm sure it'll settle soon enough. And now we are going home, eat straight away and try and lock in without spending too much time eating food, but I don't have a crazy appetite right now because I just had a lot of caffeine, but I'm sure it will come. So try and guzzle down plenty of water on the way home as well, so that we can get the gut ready for food. Just nailed that curb. What else? So list for today, I'm trying to make 30-day nurture sequence for the email list, which will just be like 30 days, 30 tips. I had that idea the other day, and probably record a quick YouTube video. I want to talk about like a loose off-season sort of plan, framework sort of thing. And once I've done that, I think I'll be sort of done with my Evan Hill training stuff. I'll try and think, I just need to find more ways to get some more lead gen going. So literally our main things is flyers, social media, and lead magnets. I want to keep the strength one going for a little bit longer before I start making another one. My next one will be about fitness. I still think a lot of people are doing like way too much high intensity work and not enough volume. Even like all team sports, still just focusing on high intensity stuff so much. So I've had a ton of conversations with people about that the last week or so. So I figure I want to make a lead magnet about that. New series idea actually that I had last night, which I'm glad just came back to me, will be explaining things how I explain it to my old clients. So I have this strength group, like a strength group class at work at the moment, and they are absolute like legends, super into it, which I love, and they ask tons of questions, which I always love too. First, number one, it's engaging for them and for me, and it's a bit funny as well. So I can do a little bit of sort of role play as the oldies, and then you guys can sort of understand the funny questions I get, and then also get good, simple answers, because that's how I try and explain it to them. So I think that'll be a really good series because I have them 3 times a week, and I get plenty of questions each time. So it's just about me actually paying attention and noting down any questions I get so that I can make videos with it. That'll be cool. Oh, I spent a shit ton of money on the James Smith business mentorship. Yeah, that'll basically just be my crutch for today, going through that. Like I got the full mentorship course thing, so I haven't looked at it since the weekend when I bought it either. That plus I have some of the SR Musk course as well. So I have plenty to do today. I wish I could do more stuff that was making money, like directly, but I'm not sure how to do it at the moment. So keep trying to get more leads, learn more, become a better coach, and train and do the thing. In the past I've focused like way too much on social media first and online stuff first, when in reality doing the thing is more important. So being an S&C coach, being an exercise physiologist, being as good as I can for that in-person stuff, that is doing the thing at the moment, not social media. Social media is not doing the thing. So always try and keep that at the core of like my priorities. And so if I get opportunities in those areas, I always want to take those. I will see you once I am back home. Ciao. Look at that. We got the nice meal prep. We'll give it a Kewpie mayo drizzle in a second. Water and the computer. So it'll be a bit of YouTube and eat. I'm gonna have to charge. Got rust on the YouTube at the moment. I think we'll try and find something else. And then like I said, we got the SR thing to do. And business, this should open up on here pretty well. Anyways, I will keep you updated. So you can say what you want about buying online courses, but I think this is pretty impressive. So I now have access to all of this. All of these courses. So you got lead magnets, Instagram edits, content mastery, the mentorship course, Content Mastery 1, which I've already done, but I haven't done 2.0, so that's cool. Send emails, starter kit, haven't done that. And then chatbot and chill, bio, and silver play button. So an absolutely insane amount of content to go through. And yeah, a lot that, some I had already bought, but a lot that I haven't. So lots to go through today. See how much we can get done. As long as I lock the fuck in. So yeah, eat quickly and get into it. All right. I have successfully doom scrolled for an hour after completing lunch. It's time. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is finish off the SR Musk thing. And yeah, it's lock-in time. So we got finished the back stuff. So we got upper limb, lower limb, and special. There's like a applied section, so that should all be done within an hour, maybe 2. And then once I've done that, I will probably go and get Emily. She's actually coming back from Sydney because I'm such a great boyfriend. I didn't know. So that's cool and all. Quick whiz, and then we'll get into it. I ran out of Biscoff today. Worst thing that could have ever happened to me. Out of Biscoff spread. So, like, my sweet treat desire just can't quite be met because Biscoff spread on toast is actually like crack. It's so good, but I think we've got a little something here. We do. We have a little bit of Allen's party mix. So I'm gonna grab, what am I gonna grab? Pineapple. And what else do we want here? There's supposed to be Coke bottles in this one, aren't there? No, I think that's retro mix, isn't it? Alrighty. It is time. Phone. I think I'll just toss it in there. Phone has been tossed and locked away. One other thing I did register for is the ASCA actually put out a good course for once. Doesn't always happen. How to run a coaching business. And they have actual great speakers, and I think it's a good course. That's on the 8th of September, so that's 1, 2, 3 weeks away. But lots of stuff. Great. That'll be great. Let's do it. It's dark now. But actually, this is a really good rant I can do real quick. I think that as anyone who watches my videos and is trying to be a PT, EP, physio, trainer, coach, S&C, anything like that, never, ever, ever second guess yourself, but always try and learn more and more and more. Because the more context you have, the better your informed your decisions are and the more confident you can be in yourself. So that's great. But don't second guess yourself because there is still such a wide variety of opinions and views on so many different things that you genuinely cannot do wrong as long as you're not causing harm. The human body is the best at healing itself. No one else is better at healing
than the human body. So surgeons, doctors, no matter who the fuck they think they are, no one's better at healing it. Surgeons, of course, need to put it back together sometimes. But once they've done that, nothing beats the human body at actually healing itself. So you then trying to strengthen it, or your approach to strengthening and rehabilitation, it doesn't matter. Like there are 1,000 ways to skin the cat. And so one thing that I have been telling myself a lot lately, and I think everyone else should as well, is don't second guess yourself. Like, your way of doing things is always going to be your way, and everyone else's way of doing things is always going to be their way. So just be you and make the decisions you're comfortable with, because trying to be someone else is pointless. So trying to be a perfect clinician who makes one-to-one recommendations based off off protocols. Obviously, guidelines should be followed, but they're loose recommendations, and that's why after you know what the loose recommendations are, you be you with that sort of with the details. So one thing that I think, one of my best examples of this at the moment is like, it's so common to just do like 3x10 of everything. And sometimes that's not the best case. Like, you can use your hypertrophy knowledge and know that like 2 sets twice a week is tons. Like, if you're working close to failure or you're working to fatigue, is plenty to grow strength and grow muscle. So instead of giving someone with a sore shoulder 3 sets of 10 of everything, of like something just like a push, a pull, some cuff work and all of that, I just like to give 2 sets. Like, that's a little tweak that I make that I think is better. And I'm never going to second guess that until I see something to tell me otherwise, because that's my personal approach, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's no evidence to prove that there's anything wrong with that. Just because guidelines say calf strengthening, scapular rhythm, all of that sort of stuff. They give you those loose guidelines, and then the way you do it is your way. And you should never second guess that, because it's only going to make your life harder, having to toss up in your mind what person you want to be that day when you're seeing clients. But yeah, I thought I'd make that rant because it's actually been crossing my mind a lot. I'm surprised it took me that long to think of it. But I hope some of you can take that to heart. I know it's just Ev Dog, who's, first year out from uni. But I think that's a little tidbit that you can really just take with you all the way through. It doesn't mean think you know everything, but it does mean back yourself, because so many people don't know what they're doing, and because they're good people, like they have good personal skills, interpersonal skills, and they're confident, then their rehab and their clients always get good results, because it's a positive, like, biopsychosocial environment, and they're still doing all of their rehab. But if you're second guessing, you don't come across confident, you're like just all over the place, and you don't come across as a professional who knows what they're doing, then that's where like the environment between you and a client becomes suboptimal. And that's where I think like you can go wrong, apart from doing harm. Of course, always want to avoid doing harm, do no harm, but also be a confident professional who gives off knowledge and experience and instills your clients with confidence, because that's such a big deal. Like, you want movement confidence and really good beliefs for your client. So say what you say with confidence, back yourself, and do it your way, so that environment is strong. Someone the other day said to me, oh, like, for my calf work, should I be doing some bent knee stuff and some straight leg stuff? I hate seated calf raises. I think it's stupid. Your calf has such better leverage when you're standing. And so I just straight up said, no, they're shit. Just do straight leg. Why would me personally, when I so strongly feel a certain way about calf training, pretend that doesn't matter? Because it does. So, like, again, like, if I second guess myself and I'm like, you could do either, versus if I just say, no, that's shit, do it a certain way, then that's a great opportunity for me to like establish authority and look like I know what I'm doing. And yeah, little opportunities like that can really, like, I think, just be yourself. Maybe swearing's arguably not the best thing, but depending on the client. I was working with a Defence Force guy who's super chill. So of course I'm just gonna straight up say that that's shit and it's not worth worrying about. All right, guys, we are on our way to get Emily now. So I got through, sorry, I can hold the camera a little bit. I got through the rest of the upper body course. So that was good, sort of so-so. Shoulder stuff is just like actual rubbish. Because so much of it is just like inconclusive. Like you can do every assessment under the sun, and like just because of the nature of it, like none of it gives you like a real 100% answer. So you have to just like sort of know from experience. So course wasn't super helpful. There was a couple little bits that are good. I really wish they did more like specific exercises, like just giving examples of good exercises would be really nice, but they don't. They did once for serratus anterior, like that isn't one of the easiest ones to program for, but okay. Still worth doing, couple of good gems. Once we get back, finish off the lower body one. I'm about halfway through that already. It's supposed to take 3 hours, but again, like I say, there's only sort of tidbits that are super helpful. I'm projecting that like the final part of it is going to be the best. So I'll have all my CPD points once that's done as well, which will be good. Like all 20. We will prop up the cam because I think what we could talk about is my sort of goals for off season. I don't really have any like really like my main focus at the moment is still just get fitter, because I think like even though I might not play footy again next year, because like I said, I'm trying to do the theme, so I need to be doing S&C more, but I still want to be like a very like a balanced athlete. So more fitness stuff, and so a lot of my goals are like fitness based and not super worried about strength stuff at the moment. I think the more main one that would be nice would be 200 kilo squat. So popping another 20 kilos on the squat would be nuts. The main thing with that is I don't think I'm going to be able to get heavy enough to be able to do it, because I want to get my K up to like 50 Ks. So previously I've gotten 30 and been pretty achy because I jumped up a bit too quick, but I've done it. So my plan is like footy finishes up 25 Ks, 27, 29, 31, and then just go up by a kilometer a week and see how I go with that. I might be more aggressive, but I really like the 1 kilometer a week progression at the moment. Like that's what I would recommend for pretty much everyone who's healthy. If you're not, then it has to be a little bit more cheeky. That or like time increments, like you could say like 5 minutes as well is pretty sensible, because you know that'll be, what will it be, depending on how fast you're running. If you're doing slow runs, it'll be under a kilometer each week. So that's really that. But yeah, that's the plan for running. I want to get up to 50. I haven't done the maths on how many weeks I'll have and whether or not that's realistic, because if I'll do the maths eventually, I'll figure out how many weeks I have until like January, February. It won't really matter, because like if I'm not playing footy, then it's definitely just about being conservative and not fucking doing any overuse. So like yeah, that's the main goal, is get to 50 relatively quickly. Primary goal, sub 25k. I think like a 145 half would be nice, which I think would be relatively doable. What did I say? 145 half, yeah. Sub 20 minute 5k, get my Ks up to 50 a week. That's all fairly reasonable. Last year I said sub 18 minute 5k. That wasn't smart. That made me look like a bit of an idiot. I wasn't serious though. I wasn't serious, I was joking. So, and the plan is to do 3 easy runs a week and 1 hard one, and then probably keep gym as 2 times a week, and one of those will be a pretty legit sprint day. So yeah, it won't be much different from what I'm doing at the moment gym wise, but literally just really load up on Ks, keep most of it easy, and see if I can finally figure it out and get fit.
The thing is, like, you'd almost say like I'm in a no man's land for weight. Like if I was lighter, I would have a much better time running, and if I was like heavier around that like 90 or like low 90s number, I would just be like freakish in the with weights. But I'm sort of no man's land at the moment, which is probably good because you need to be in that no man's land to play footy. Like that's a balanced footy build. But to really exceed it either or, you need to be like a bit further on either side of the spectrum. Like if I was down in the 70s, mid 70s, I think like running would just be easy. So maybe there's a future year where I really try and cut weight and get light. But then I would, like I'm lean already, so I would inevitably just be losing a ridiculous amount of muscle somehow, just pissing out muscle. So yeah, I don't know how it would go. It'd be interesting to figure out one day. Hello, look who it is.
Hello.
Alright guys.
Welcome.
We are back at home in the apartment, in the car park. Emily brought back a purple blue scrotum fidget toy. It's footy time now. I'm just getting ready. So I ended up getting through the upper body rehab thing. I got through the lower body one as well. And then I started looking at the business mentorship, which I will also do some more of tonight. So solidly productive day. We'll take it. Gym went good. But this is the football fit with my rainbow socks on. Alright guys, we are done at footy training. I couldn't record anything at training unfortunately because I was running hella late. But still keeping the vlog going, that's the main thing. Training went pretty good. My legs are actually doing like really well at the moment, like with fitness and that sort of thing. Like I think my heart rate is like starting to sort of get a little bit lower on average, and generally just feeling a little bit fitter, which is nice. We'll see how that holds up this weekend, but like, you know, it's one of the things I'm going to make a video about soon. But fitting in off legs cardio is super beneficial for any like team sport athletes or anyone who just wants to get fitter without having to worry about boosting up Ks. It's just easy money, like low hanging fruit sort of thing is just fitting in another 30 minutes to an hour of off leg stuff. I would normally just pedal on the bike real easy. And I haven't even been getting my heart rate up. Like last time I did it, I got my heart rate up to I think 130 max, averaged probably low 120s. And like you just still get so much value out of that much volume. So that's really helped me, I think. Even just doing 2 or 3 weeks of it now, and I'm noticing that it's giving me a little bit of a boost. I feel a little bit more fresh on my feet, so super good. So that's nice. Like I said, Achilles 100%, which is super good because I feel like I was probably heel striking and midfoot striking a bit more than I would like. Like I like to have a decent amount of like toe pressure when I'm running, just to really feel explosive. So I think it's helped with Excel and that sort of stuff, now having that back at 100%. So that's huge. Skills were solid. Generally just felt pretty fresh, which I wasn't expecting because of all the caffeine I had today. So driving back to Ems now. We will, what time is it? 7:45. We'll see how I'm going. I might just rest, like switch my brain off so I can get to bed at a decent hour. But like I said, I had a solid day today. I'm not sure if I will do any vlogging once I'm back. For anyone who actually watches this whole thing, I appreciate you. I think this is almost going to be like better content than me explaining stuff on YouTube, but I'll still try and do both. So once a week, once a fortnight, that sort of thing. This should be, again, like one of my better off seasons. Just keep learning more, understanding how stuff works better, and really being able to use myself as a good example for that. and hopefully a couple other people will be keen. Need to just keep promoting things so that once off season rolls around, anyone who's keen can jump into the coaching. So I may as well plug that. Link will be in the bio. Book a consult, and we can really fucking crank shit up in the off season. You never know how much of a difference it can make to actually get some professional help and really nail everything. Even just having a proper plan. Getting some coaching for a month or two so that you have a proper plan. Shit doesn't have to be long term. You can just, like, coaching can be so many different things to so many different people, and I think it's always going to be worth working with someone if you haven't before. So if you're interested, link in bio, not link in bio, link in description to do it. And other than that, that'll be the vlog. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.